That's my beautiful wife. She hates this sport, but she supported me in this. I'm just real thankful to have this. Got my great guys. I've been working out with my brother. Freaking Energizer Bunny. He doesn't get tired, so I was doing fine in the second round because of him. Dan, working me with stand-up. Pedro, all the guys that I've been training with. I'm really happy. All my guys at work, all my buddies.
I gotta tell you, you got a lot of people to thank, but those are some pretty good people right there. And I gotta tell you, you energize this room. There's a lot of people that love you. I don't know why they love you, man. You came out here, and how much better does it feel that it was a great fight? It was a great opponent, and you came out, I mean, it was just a great fight.
You know what, I'm real glad it was a tough kid. I hope Danny goes on to become like the next Chuck Liddell, so I can say, hey, I beat that guy one day. You know, that'd be ideal for me, because it's in a career, I just wanted to come in, do it, be able to tell my boys I did a professional fight, and it's fun, it's good stuff. Just show you can be tough and have good skills and do things like that, so.
All right, man, hey, I gotta tell you, you talk as well as you fight, but big win, man. I can't even tell you enough. You can tell your boys will be very proud. The cool thing is we filmed it all, so you can show it to them. Great job, congratulations.
Thanks, Mike, appreciate it.
What a great finish to a night of fights that was. Johnny Ritchie, Tad Laga came out here and made the hometown folks proud.
Oh, he did. You know, that's like a storybook ending. All these people were here to see him, half this crowd, well, more than half, and he stepped in here and gets a big win. Congratulations to Tad Laga and his whole crew.
He sold over 200 tickets himself and just kept selling them, just kept on selling them. And that, I don't even know 200 people that don't like me, let alone 200 that do like me.
Yeah, that's no joke. No, but his opponent, a tough kid, you can see that he's just tired, he's beat. And I don't think he was expecting that good of a fight, and I don't think neither was Tad, so that was a great way to end this thing.
Yeah, I don't think I was. I knew the match. I mean, I saw the two guys. I thought this is going to be a lot of fun. So Johnny Ritchie, it was a lot of fun coming down here to Orem, and the UBSC crowd here kind of puts a wrap on the tour of 2006. It's been a lot of fun.
It has been a lot of fun, Mike. It's been a lot of work, whether it's AJ putting the matches together, Mike, you making sure that all the stuff works smoothly, and also playing double duty as MC and DJ a lot of the time. But hey, it was all worthwhile because we got September 9th at the East Center to look forward to. So
Johnny, it's all going to culminate there at the East Center in the finals, and really the matchups from within the state are going to be exciting. If that was any indication right there, seeing those guys at the East Center, but then we're bringing in Team Las Vegas to go up against Utah All-Stars, man.
Yeah, and that's exciting right there, Mike. Utah top team versus Vegas top team. Some of the best and baddest guys around representing the state. So make sure you come out and support your local MMA fighter.
Well, it's not only local anymore, man. We're bringing them in from out of town. So next week, you want to tune in for the finals of the Ultimate Combat Experience. Thank you so much for tuning in. Great show, Johnny Ritchie. We'll see you next week on the Ultimate Combat Experience. Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. We're right here at UVSC, the Utah Valley State College in Orem, Utah. Man, there's some fight fans down here. First of all, for those of you who don't know, Fight Club started here. You want to look, this is what Fight Club started anywhere in the world. It was right here in little old Orem, Utah. These guys are knuckleheads. They love to fight. We got a lot of guys on the cards tonight that are just that, Johnny Richard. They're knuckleheads that want to fight.
Well, Mike, we got 10 fights on the card, and out of those 10 fights, 10 fighters are from Orem. They're from this area, so they're representing their city very well to step in here and knock all the Salt Lake boys back across the border.
All right, we got a kid in the main event. Tad Laga wrestled at BYU. Solid looking kid. Fighting a kid named Danny Thomas, and this kid's a good looking kid. What do you know about him?
All I know is this: he's trained with Dennis Davis. Dennis Davis assured me this kid is a beast. He's an animal. He will not stop. You can expect a knockout in your main event.
Definitely want to stick around for that. Right now we got a lot more before we get there, so it's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you. Middleweight division, Johnny Ritchie. Much like many of us who are getting a little bit older, we have little things in life that you want to do before you leave the face of this earth, you know, like date a supermodel, jump out of an airplane, and get in the cage. Man, we got a kid that wants to do that tonight. Who is he, Johnny?
Yeah, Travis Thornton, Mike. This guy's out of Team Samurai X. He goes, hey, that's the one thing I just want to do. I want to fight one time, call myself a cage fighter. What better way to do it than stepping here against Isaiah Kupo, who just a couple weeks ago beat up Matt Rains.
This Isaiah looks pretty darn tough, so check it out. If you're going to get in the cage, supermodels next, brother. Middleweight, no holds barred, check it out. Johnny Ritchie, we all got to do what we got to do before we leave the face of the earth, you know. And I can relate to this, Travis Thornton. I'm about the same age as he is, but, you know, he says he's not just doing this on a whim. He's prepared himself over there with Team Samurai X, and he's going to get in here with a little bit of experience.
He is, Mike, and what better guys have corner than Mark Balser and the Cowboy helping him out tonight. So this kid does have a little bit of experience, I think, when it comes to training.
This is just one of those things that I have to do before I get too old, so this is on my list of things to do, and I'm here to do it. Well, I work for a maintenance company. I run their fertilizer division, and tonight I'm going to go out there and I plan on winning, either by submission or knockout. Well, I met him out here, and he seems like a nice guy, but I came here to win.
Shoveling for a living, Johnny Ritchie. I guess it doesn't get much worse than that, but here you are in the cage.
You better have a list of things to do if that's what you do it for a job.
That's how you got to look forward to on Monday morning. Hey, man, fighting doesn't seem so bad. Isaiah Kupo, on the other hand, he's been in the cage before, Johnny Ritchie. We've seen this kid before.
I stepped in the last time. I fought a very formidable opponent, Donnie, actually Matt Rains. And, you know, still I have much respect for the guy. He's great on the ground, and I was lucky enough to submit him in the first round with a triangle choke. Since then, I kept training. You know, I trained with a great bunch of guys down at Elite, and just trying to get ready for this week. Well, on a daily basis, I work as a guard on an armored truck. Just, you know, running monies to and from banks. So if you guys ever think about stepping wrong to me, man, I'll light you up. Everyone that comes in here is a formidable opponent, and with me, I don't underestimate anyone. I just come in here, do what I do, and hopefully get the win.
Lugging around money sure beats shove
Yeah, it absolutely does. Yeah, I hate to go up against this guy. Anybody thinks about robbing this guy, you're in for a world of hurt, I think. Cause
I say it did really surprise everybody when he triangle choked Matt Raines. Matt Raines had a lot of experience on him, and these two actually trained together just a little bit. And Matt really felt like he had his way in training. Since then, like Kupo has gone to train elsewhere, and boy, oh wow, he just got caught with the right hand there, Johnny. That's a shocker.
It rocked him a little bit, you know. He's walking out of that easy win against Matt Raines, maybe thinking that this guy isn't going to be too tough, but he landed a pretty big shot right there and rocked him a little bit.
You're coming off a big win against the guy that you shouldn't have beaten, and now you're going against the kid that, by all intents and purposes, you should be beating. You get maybe a little lackadaisical. Oh my goodness, Johnny, he's over. This is over.
That's it. He's out. Wow. He doesn't know what's going on. He's unconscious.
He got caught with two right hands in the very early going, the 30 seconds of the first round. And wow, Johnny, you never would have predicted this one.
You never would have. Oh my. Well, that's why we fight inside the cage, right, Mike? Not on paper.
You see the fans here at UBSC going wild, and you see Mark Foster very proud of his guy right there. That was the first right hand that stunned Isaiah Kupo, and then here a couple knees to soften him up a little bit more, and wow, ba-ding, good night, Mr.
Yeah, right on the button. That was a perfect throw. Right hand over the top, knocked him down, then delivered a couple to his head right when they hit the mat. So wow.
What a way to get things started. Travis Boomer Thornton ends this one with a great big boom. Mark Foster showing us how it happened right there. Man, Johnny, that was a shocker.
Travis Boomer, come back, my friend. We'd like to see you do that again.
This post-fight interview sponsored by Beehive Bell Bonds, because sometimes bad things happen to good people.
Isaiah, man, last week you looked so dominant. This time you guys were just swinging for the fences, and you got caught on that reset button, didn't you?
I guess I did. I felt something. Next thing you know, somebody told me the fight was over, so.
I saw you trying to grab at John Jordan. He's like, hey, don't hit me, I'm the referee. And you were ready to get him. But hey, you step in here, now you're part of the club. You've been knocked out. It's a big club, it's a big organization. I think everybody that's fought before has had a knockout. And tonight you were just on the receiving end. How do you feel, man? What's up next for Isaiah?
Man, you can knock me down, you can't knock me out, baby.
There you go right there. That's a great attitude to have. We know you're gonna come back and do this again. Is there anyone you want to thank?
I want to thank Jeremy and all his corners, everybody at Elite, for their help and preparation for this fight. All the fans for coming out tonight. And I want to thank my man for the fight.
All right, you heard it right there, man. Isaiah, tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Thank you so much for being a part of the experience, man.
Thanks, Johnny.
This post-fight interview is sponsored by The Keyhole with their new location at 3460 South Redwood Road.
Where in the heck did you come from?
Cedar Hills.
Man, they make them tough up there in Cedar Hills.
Yeah, they do, I guess.
Are they all this tough up there?
Sure.
That was a big knockout, man. It was a big punch, and these guys say it's not the first one they've seen come out of you. What'd you get so tough?
Trained with Mark and Shane and Todd and all the guys at Team Samurai.
Good group of guys over there. Big win for you. Big win for the team, I think. These guys, now we've been missing them in the cage for a little while. He came back with a big statement tonight. Great job. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You want to say thanks to anybody out there?
Yeah, I want to thank all the guys at Team Samurai that beat me up and helped me get ready for this fight. And I got to use this opportunity to say I love my wife, Julie, over there, and my 3 kids, Caden, Ty, and Zach. Love you guys.
Right on, man. Great job, family man. Great job, man.
Thanks a lot.
Johnny, I love those first-time fighters. They're more afraid of that camera than they are of their opponents. I want to thank my wife, and he just was nervous. But I'll tell you what, man, he didn't show it in his fight.
Yeah, I don't think he knew the cameras were on him filming him fight, because he threw that big right hook, and it just landed, and that's how it goes in the fight game.
It was loud, too, folks. I was way over there. It was a nice one. So, hey, don't go anywhere. We got a lot more of that. Don't go anywhere. You've seen it on late night television, or you may have attended a weekly taping Saturday nights at Sandy Station. The Ultimate Combat Experience is the most exciting show in town, and now it's available on demand through Comcast. Simply push the on-demand button on your remote control, click on Sports and Fitness, Local, then the Ultimate Combat. It's just that easy. The best thing, it's all free with Comcast digital cable. Just like that, you could be enjoying the hard-hitting action of the Ultimate Combat Experience on demand with Comcast. welterweight division, Johnny Rich, we've got a couple guys we've seen before. What do you know about these guys?
Well, I know David Herrera, Mike, actually lives up at Bear Lake. The kid fought for us once before. He didn't do so well. He was actually winning the fight, then he just got caught and he got knocked out. And his opponent, Jamie Anton, is coming off of 3 losses. So both these guys have something to prove inside the cage tonight.
That will make you hungry. Both these guys are going to come in here welterweight, no holds barred. Check it out. Losing will do that to you, Johnny Ritchie. It'll make you hungry, make you want to come back and make a statement. This David Herrera kid, I think you were telling me, he's a 2-time state wrestling champion, isn't he?
Yeah, he is out of Randolph, Utah, Mike. The kid's got a dominant ground game. I mean, his takedowns are what he's good at, and he's got great hips. He can control you when he gets on top of you.
Randolph, Utah, aren't there like 8 people that live there?
7.
7, well, he's one of them.
Last time I came in here, I had a good fight for the first 2 minutes, and then I stood up and got caught, got knocked out. Ever since then, that's all I've been thinking about to get motivated for this next fight. Been working hard for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm ready for a victory finally. Well, I live in Bear Lake, so the only thing that I can do is construction over there, but it pays pretty good, and it keeps the money coming so I can come to these things. I picture this fight ending in a submission just because that's kind of what I'd like to do. I'm a wrestler. I like to take it to the ground and make sure that they feel my pain.
All right, well,
there you go.
Nothing like feeling a guy's pain when it lives in a town of only 7 people.
Maybe that's why he has so much pain.
Jamie Boogie Anton, he's from the area here, lives in the Utah County area, and he's been in the cage quite a bit before. We've seen a lot of this kid at 5'10", 180 pounds. Goes by the nickname of Boogie.
Well, I've had a few fights. Last time was on the UCE, was at the Bash at the Beach with Damon Stewart, and he's one of the top 3 guys in the lightweight class. We went at it pretty good. He ended up getting mount position and dropped a couple elbows, and Lonnie stopped it, but I've been training real hard since then. I've been working on my ground and my defense and getting myself off my back. So tonight we're going to try to stay off my back, and I think we can do that against this kid and hopefully come out with a win. Well, on a daily basis, I work for my grandpa. We actually have a family business. We do vending machines and video games, and that's how I make my daily money. And then on the side, I like to fight a little bit and punch people in the face and make a little extra money so I can help my kids get some extra stuff once in a while. Well, I've had 3 losses in a row. I've been training real hard, and I know I'm better than what I've been showing, and I've been training really hard. Jiu Jitsu, kickboxing, everybody at the UCTC's helped me out a ton. I've learned a lot from my last 3 fights, and tonight I'm coming out fierce. I'm going to throw some bombs and try to end it quick, and I'm coming strong, so I'm ready.
Well, those little kids grow up, they're going to learn to appreciate old Pops, man. He'd go out and get his butt kicked for a little extra change to buy him something extra.
Jamie's been one of these guys, Mike, that fights week after week for us. Such a good kid. I love him.
Yeah, he's a great kid. I ran into a lady on the way into the venue today. She says, I knew a little kid named Boogie when we were kids, and sure enough, I looked over there, and it was Boogie. You know why we called him Boogie? He always had boogies.
He always had his finger in his nose?
That's what she said. I don't know. I don't know if I believe it or not. Oh, look at him. Look at her arm lock here. Wow, geez. Herrera likes to get on top and take his opponent down, but, you know, it's kind of funny. Boogie said he didn't want to fight off his back, but it looks like just the right position. He's looking for an arm lock here, and it seems like Herrera just wants to give him one.
Yeah, that's on right there. He's got it. But Herrera, probably not knowing what an arm bar is, he doesn't have a lot of submission experience. Like I said, he's just a 2-time, but he's a 2-time state champion wrestler, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to try to slam you and shake you off that way.
Muscling his way out of this one here. Boogie had that thing on tight, and it looked like he took forever to set it up. Now he's switching to, looks like a triangle, and cinching this thing down, Johnny.
Oh, man, well, this could be it. If Boogie gets that foot in the crook of his knee right there, this fight could be over, because he's definitely got pulling the head part down, and bang, but that's what you're going to do. You're going to fight a guy like this. He's going to punch out you and slam you. He's not going to let you get a submission so easy.
This is what they say, ignorance is bliss. Yeah, I'm not sure that Herrera realizes he's in trouble, so he keeps putting himself in these precarious positions, whether it be arm lock or triangle choke, and he just doesn't know that he's not supposed to be there, and he just keeps fighting his way through.
Yeah, well, that's what he's doing. He's punching his way out of it. You know, he's slugging on Boogie and picking him up and slamming him and not making it easy for Boogie to get the submission on him.
And instinctively isolates an arm. And look at this, Johnny. He winds up on top in side mount position here. He fought his way out of a couple of very tight arm locks and triangle chokes, and now Boogie's got to be a little bit frustrated underneath here. So, man, I guess there's a knee to the head.
Knee to the head right there.
That's illegal, folks. You cannot knee to the head when you're on the ground, and John Jordan quick to step in here and stop that thing. Didn't look like a real powerful shot, but those knees don't take a whole lot of winding up to really have some effect to the head. That's why they're illegal.
Well, that's why, especially if it catches you in the eye, and that's what Boogie said it did. He said, hey, look, it hit me right in the eye. You know, I got hit.
Boogie
And Herrera didn't do it on purpose, I don't think.
It didn't look like it was a shot of malice. He just wound up and did what... Clearly, he doesn't know a whole lot about the game. You can see from what he's done thus far, and he did catch the Boogie. Now he's got Boogie in trouble, and a couple of very strong knees to the body. John Jordan saying, you've got to have a knee down if you're going to knee to the body. So those are 2 fouls that John Jordan has been quick to step in and done a great job of officiating this match here, and I think he took a point away.
He took a point right there. You know, warn him the first time, ding in the second. I think that's a great way to do it. You know, let's let these guys fight. Let these guys, if Boogie's okay, let him fight.
Well, I don't know that Boogie is okay. Looks like he's covering up and taking some shots. Well, maybe he's playing possum a little bit there, because that was a nice combination he just threw.
Man,
wow, now he's taking some knees, Johnny.
Big knees, yeah. He's getting rocked right there.
This Herrera kid is a pretty solid kid if you learn the rules just a little bit. Boogie's holding his own. What a great exchange we have in here in first round. A lot of action, Johnny.
I don't know what Boogie's doing. He just keeps ducking his head and putting his hands over his ears and just getting racked.
Well, I think he's doing that because he's getting racked. Now David Herrera makes the adjustments there. He's going to knee to the body and keep one knee down to make it all legal. Doing a really good job here, Johnny. But with a point deduction here, it's going to be very difficult to come back from that in a 3-round fight.
Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. I would like to see, you know. Well, he's trying to throw an armbar.
An attempted armbar. Forgot the head. There you go, right there. Now it looks like he's looking. Oh, time is out
time
there,
expired.
Johnny.
He would have had it.
How do you score that round, Johnny? That's a tough one.
Well, you know, I think David Herrera controlled the fight, but I think Boogie, you know, Boogie got a cheap shot, and
looks like the towel just came in, Johnny Rich. This fight is over. David Herrera. Well, we can't debate it anymore. Who cares what the judges would have said? I think this fight was called by the doctor. David the Mangler Herrera comes away with the win.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Global Marketing Alliance.
They need motivated sales associates looking to make a 6-figure income.
Call 486-4221.
I know you're upset. I know you really wanted to win. You got a lot of friends and family that came out tonight to support you. I know they still love you, man. Sometimes things like that happen. I don't think he did it intentionally. I don't think he was looking to hurt you. He should know the rules, obviously, but he landed a shot. What's up next for Boogie Anton?
More fighting, more training.
Jamie, I see you're visibly upset, man. Listen, don't hang your head, brother. I know you want to fight. I know you wanted to continue to go. Don't hang your head, sucker. Cheer up. Get back in here and do this again. You promise me you'll do that?
I'll be back. My shots are pretty precise. I got real good stand-up. I couldn't land them because I can't see them very good. I just want to thank all my friends, family. My kids are here tonight.
Hey, kids, your dad's a great guy in our eyes. Don't be upset, damn it. You did a great job, and that's the way it goes sometimes, Boogie. You know we love you, man, and we can't wait to see you fight again, man.
Yeah, I love the sport. Just more training. I got to, you know, I love this sport. I want to be in it. I want to be a part of it. It's growing. I love my whole family, everybody. Thanks, man, and I'll be back, baby. I'll be back.
All right, Boogie, there you go, man. We'll see you soon.
This post-fight interview is sponsored by Beehive Bell Bonds, because sometimes bad things happen to good people.
How does it feel to come out with a big win like that?
Feels good to win. Even though I'd like to apologize first to Boogie, giving him the knee to the face at first. Just got a little carried away with the adrenaline and all.
And that happens, and Boogie'd be the first person to be on your side in this argument. Say, you know, I mean, look, it happens in a fight. Sometimes things like that happen. Again, I don't think it was malicious. I don't think it was anything you did that was with bad intent. You came out here, it's a fight, folks. It's not checkers, and you won a big fight tonight.
That's right.
Great job. Great job. Congratulations on a big win for you tonight.
Thank you very much.
Because if it were checkers, Johnny would fight again.
I'd be the king. No. Stuff like that happens, man. And like you said, Mike, it's a fight. You know, unfortunately, once again, I don't think he came in here to knee Boogie in the head when he was down. It just happened. He apologized for it. Hey, let's see him fight again. Let's get another rematch if that's what people want to see.
And unless my memory doesn't serve me correctly, I think even Boogie's fouled a few times in a fight. It happens. It happens in a fight. So he'd be the first person to come to his defense in that situation, I think.
Yeah, he would, Mike. And in one of his first fights, he got DQ'd because he was doing a kickboxing and he punched the guy that fell down. So Boogie knows he's been there, but we'll see both these guys again in the near future.
I guarantee we'll see both these guys. We've got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. Do you want to be an Ultimate Fighter? Or do you just want to get in the best shape of your life? Well, come on down to the Ultimate Combat Training Center in Kearns. There's something here for everybody, from hardcore team training to award-winning kids classes to no-contact women's kickboxing. UCTC has assembled the top instructors in boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts, and fitness classes, including flamenco, dance, ballet, tone, and breakdancing. For more information, give us a call at 967-5295 or check us out on the web at uceslc.com. All right, strap yourselves in and grab yourselves a cold one because we're going to blast right through several fights here. We're going to start things off with Brad McRae and Brad Allen, a battle of the Brads. Johnny Ritchie, these guys slug it out, man.
Slug it out, yeah. Brad McRae, Mike, was looking for a fight for a couple weeks, and every time he got there, his opponent just backed out or left. And so this is he's got a lot of pent-up frustration. He really wants to win this fight.
Well, it darn near happened to him again here, and so we finally found Brad Allen as a last-minute fill, and it looks like, wow. Well, maybe be careful what you wish for, because Brad Allen came in and wrapped up a nice quick triangle choke, got things over with fast.
I'm telling you, that thing was only 45 seconds of fury. Brad won the battle of the Brads.
I guess he gets to keep the first name. Now, Patrick Upton and Desmond Nelson, another couple of sluggers here. We've seen Patrick Upton in a couple of knockout matches so far earlier this round.
Yeah, we have. And Desmond Nelson hasn't been with us for a long time, Mike, but he said he's been working his jiu-jitsu, he's working his cardio, and he's in good shape to fight.
It was nice to see that he got a telephone, because we used to have to call his neighbor to run over to his house and get him to fight for us, and now he's actually got a phone we can call him on, which is a big plus now. But well, maybe once again, be careful what you get. You got that telephone that you might not have wanted because you're taking a beat down here.
Well, you can see him. He's looking for something, Mike. He's trying to crop the body. And, well, there you go, John Jordan once again. What's with people kneeing from this position tonight?
Well, he kneed to the body. He didn't get it up to the head right there, but Patrick Upton is being very dominant from top, fighting out of guard.
Oh,
look right there, Desmond Nelson just took his hand away from his face just long enough to tap and then covered right back up. He was tired of taking that beating. I'm going to lose that phone.
Wow, that was kind of funny. He just punch, tap, 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 punch. Yeah, he was getting racked.
I'm not going to pay the cricket bill next month, man.
Yeah, no kidding.
They won't call.
They won't call me to get back in here.
Let's keep rocking. Now, the Montoya brothers, famous boxers in the state of Utah here. Chris Montoya is, I believe, the younger of the two, but both of them very accomplished boxers going up against best friends, and Kavika Kauai and James Cottrell. First off here is Chris Montoya and Kavika Kauai. Kavika doesn't want to stand and trade with his kid. He knows he's a dominant boxer, so he immediately shoots in and takes him down.
Yeah, they know that these guys don't have much when it comes to grappling, wrestling, nothing.
Oh, Johnny, that fight's over. He's tapping over here on the far sight. You better know where the referee's at when you start tapping here.
Yeah.
Kavika had that neck crank choke thing. He was about to rip your head off kind of thing, turning into a Pez dispenser. But let's move on to the other Montoya brother, Antonio Montoya, going up against James Cottrell. These guys sparred the other day, and Antonio was working old James Cottrell in the ring.
Yeah, but this is a little bit different when James Cottrell can get into his world and do what he does best, and that's get you to the ground and pound you.
When I say they were sparring, they were boxing sparring, and so I think James Cottrell said, you know, I mean, I would have stood and traded with this guy, except now I know it's probably not a good idea.
Oh, tries a little
Japanese wizard there.
He's getting it. He's getting it.
Didn't quite get it.
No, didn't quite get it.
I'll tell you what, Antonio doing a pretty good job of fighting that off, made things very difficult. He does have a bit of a wrestling background. It seems he's not letting James Cottrell take him down quite so easily, and James is a good takedown artist.
Yeah, James is. You know, he shoots in on you, and he's persistent. He doesn't give it up. If he's going to keep driving and driving and driving and go for it, and you know, Antonio is doing, like you said, doing a good job of defending it.
He's taking some nice shots to the face over, but look how composed he is. He's doing a great job. He's just covering up. You know, you might get away with that in boxing. It's not going to happen here. If you just cover up, your opponent's going to sneak around behind you, and this is not a good position.
Yeah, it's not a good position. And you can see James. He's got good hips. He's going to be working something. He's going to be looking for.
I don't know, Johnny. I think Antonio's doing a heck of a job here. He's really making James Cottrell work for this thing. He's in the guard of James Cottrell. Looks like partially anyway, and he's just punishing him from on top.
Yeah, with the kid that really doesn't have any submission experience, like you said, a little bit of high school wrestling, and going up against James, this says a lot. He's lasted into the second round.
Wow, this is another situation where ignorance is bliss. I think perhaps where Antonio Montoya didn't know that he was in trouble there, a potential triangle choke coming on, but he does make it to the second round, and that was a tough round to score. Antonio held his own against
he did.
more
I like to see that.
MMA fighter.
And for him to take this fight too, you know, he's like, hey man, I would love to fight James. Hell, I'd love to rack him a few times and knock him out. But James right there, he does what he does best, gets a nice cage takedown.
You know what though, experienced boxers, so much of their approach is pacing and timing and rhythm. And I think right there, Antonio Montoya was looking at pacing and timing and rhythm. He wanted to get into a groove on his feet. Well, an MMA fighter's not going to let you do that. They're going to try the shot, take you down, and not let you get into that type of rhythm.
And you saw right there, it looks like a choke.
Wow, it was a kind of a forearm choke. And I think it was more of just a matter of Antonio Montoya saying, hey, this is just not comfortable. I don't like it. I'm going to heck out of here, man. Let's move on to the big boys. Brandon Burge and Kavika Kowal.
Cowell?
Yeah, I can't say it, but he's no relation to the other Kavika. Just I understand it's like a very popular Polynesian name, like Mike or John.
Mike or John. No, but Kavika Mike is the most composed guy. These guys were both so nervous before this fight, and they're friends, actually.
It was the most respectful week of smack talk on the Smack Forum this week about, oh, no, I think you're going to win. No, you're the tougher guy. No, you're better than me. And then I think Brandon Burge showed up tonight with a Kavika is the man t-shirt.
Kavika is the man t-shirt. Yeah, he had one made up. But yeah, believe it or not, these guys are friends. They barbecued and hung out, and there was a week-long preparation before they got inside the cage.
Well, I'll give you a little back history here. Brandon Burge is actually a former champion of the Ultimate Combat Experience. He's come out and won a round, and Kavika's always been our backstage manager. He's been there. He's seen the guys backstage. He knows who they are. In fact, that's how they got to know each other so well. Kavika saw him all the time at the fights. Well, looks right here, Kavika's got full mount position and looking for a shoulder choke maybe, Johnny?
I don't know. Maybe he was looking to isolate that arm right there and then maybe drop down a few punches, and I think Brandon realized that. But yeah, now he is sneaking that shoulder in there.
Oh, baby, that's on,
it.
Johnny.
That thing is on.
That's going to put an end to this mad barrage of fights. We had one after the other. Stick around because we got your main event coming up. How cool is it to have Mr. Pedro Sauer in your corner tonight?
It breaks my heart that he's going to be leaving for a bit, but
he's leaving for a little bigger, better thing, man. He's going away for a good reason, but hey, I mean, it's his last night in town. He could be spinning it anywhere, and he's right here in your corner. That's got to mean a lot.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to thank Professor Sauer and Ricky Landell for all their help. I'd like to thank my family and friends. You guys know who you are.
Week in and week out, you'll see him carrying water to fighters, working corners. He does it all for us, so it's great having him around. It was just, in fact, tonight we were kind of lost without him, but came in here and did what he wanted to do tonight. Great job, Kavika. Congratulations. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Do not go anywhere.
The largest purchase and sale you will make in your life will be your home. It's important to know that someone's got your back and that every dollar is going into your pocket. Got Your Back Realty is the only realty company with first page advertising in the top 3 most circulated real estate magazines, which means massive exposure, full price offers, and a quick sale of your home. Got Your Back Realty owns the most prime land in Utah. Let us build your home with our custom builders and get you the exact home which you've always dreamed of. You'll need someone in your corner when it comes to the most important purchase of your life. Call us now at 809-GARY or visit us at IGotYourBackRealty.com.
In your welterweight division, we've got a guy that absolutely needs no introduction in this show, Sir James Bursley, the Bird Dog. He's going to come out and fight, and he's been a staple inside this cage, but he's fighting a kid that understands that he's outmatched tonight. Yeah. He understands that he's fighting up tonight, but he'd have it no other way. He says, you know what, I want to fight the best. Give me a chance to test my mettle out against him.
Yeah, and that's Jason Allgaier, Mike. The kid's got a big heart. He comes in here, he always lays it on the line, and tonight he just said, I'm going to test myself. I want to see where I'm at. What better way to do it than get in here with UCE's best, and that's exactly what he's doing tonight.
And he's had a couple wins. We couldn't turn him down, and you just never know, man. Anything can happen in this cage. Folks, strap yourselves in because something just might happen here. Welterweight, no holds barred, check it out. Well, before we get to the main event, we got a little business at hand here, Johnny Ritchie. Jason Allgaier is a guy that you're familiar with. You fought him not too long ago.
Yeah, I stepped back in the cage and gave him a little bit of a beating, but the kid does have a big heart, Mike, and I can't say enough about him. He's a nice kid, and he's ready to fight the Bird Dog, and that's why we fight inside the cage, because you never know what could happen.
He's been asking for this matchup for quite some time, and Bird Dog's like, what does he want to fight me for?
Well, my last one I really don't want to think about, man. Just been training real hard for this one for about a month and a half, just doing my own thing, training with some different people, and just staying focused for this one. I just called them out, no one else would step up, so it's kind of a thing that I wanted to do to see where I'm at to myself. Nobody else, has nothing to do with them, just me, so I'm going to see where I stand with these guys. Well, I make pipes for water supply and stuff and work hard all day, go train hard all day, so some of these guys get to just train 2-3 times a day. We don't, so we're always tired, but we come in here and fight anyway.
Yeah, man, you just can't help but take your hat off to that kid, But James Bursley, he's taking this just like any other fight, very serious about it.
Very seriously.
Walking in with his game face on, Johnny Ritchie.
And his porno patch on his chest. Did you see that weird-looking hair? What the? Bursley?
I don't know what he was thinking.
Last time, we had a real great fight. I got caught with the shot right off the bat to give me a little swelling on my eye. Came back real strong, finished the fight how I wanted to. Said all I had was a rear naked choke, so I gave him a little TKO. It's all I do is train. I don't work. I just train. Nothing else. Just ready to fight, day in, day out. It's gonna be over pretty fast. You know, I've seen him tap out by you, Johnny, from your strikes. So if he taps out by you striking him, you know, all I have to do is maybe give him one of these and he'll tap out.
What a smart ass. I love him. That's so funny, man.
Okay, well, maybe my breath will knock him out. I don't know. James Bursley, what was the time on your fight with him, Johnny Ritchie?
22 seconds.
22 seconds.
So he's got to beat 22 seconds.
James Bursley, a la Porno Patch, coming at you. See if he can beat that 22-second time. And Jason Allgaier says, I'm not rolling over that easy, folks, man. I'm not here just the last 22 seconds. I'm going to beat the Bird Dog. Look at him. He's coming
driving at him, yeah.
He's not running from Bird Dog. He's not afraid of Bird Dog. And look at this, Johnny Ritchie. Big takedown
by Jason Allgaier.
Wow, James Bursley thought he was going to walk right through this kid. And look at Jason Allgaier go. He got in,
He's like
got
a man possessed.
He is ready to fight James Bursley. I said this before and I'll say it again. There's always somebody at home thinking of you when they look in the mirror about what they're going to do to you when they get a chance to fight you. Look at this right here. I think Jason Allgaier has scripted this out in his mind at least a cajillion times.
Yeah. I don't know if he scripted that part of it, Mike, right there. Birdsley doing a nice job of getting a switch in. And if you give James your back, being the wrestler that he is and having good jiu-jitsu, he's going to
I think that was part of the intimidation factor there because James was really high on that situation. And if Allgaier would have had his presence of mind, he'd have got his hips up and dumped him off the top. But instead, he just kind of curled up and started covering because he knew this is what was coming right here.
Yeah, it was a bunch of punches, and that's how James is softening you up to where he can get the submission. He's just going to rack you. He's going to throw punches from all different sides. And if Jason doesn't do anything but cover up, Dave could stop this fight.
Once Bursley got hips down like that, well, Allgaier's doing a good job of fighting this thing off, but the hooks are in deep, and really Bursley's got him, and where he can pretty much do just about anything he wants to him.
Yeah, and that's kind of what he's doing right there. He's just kind of picking his shots, making sure that he doesn't strike him in the back of the head. But I'll tell you, those shots will make your ears look about like Bursley's if he keeps hitting him like that.
Yeah. I don't think Dave Selly says right there, you can see him talking to Allgaier. He says, if you don't defend, if you don't do something, I'm going to stop this. And right there, you see the little tap, Jason Allgaier. He says, I came out, I gave him my best shot. There was nothing I could really do from there. James Bursley, it's all a day's work.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
all in a day's work, to him. And then right there, gives him a little dust off.
Give him a little loving kick in the ass there. Says, get up, don't hang your head. I mean, you got in here and you did it.
James Bursley, the Bird Dog. Kid's tough for nails, man.
He is tough for nails, but Jason Allgaier is one of those guys willing to fight up. I can't say enough about that. These guys, you got to see where you're at. Don't fight tuna cans all the time. See who you can go up against. And James Bursley, tonight it just didn't work out for you, Jason Allgaier.
This post-fight interview is sponsored by The Keyhole with their new location at 3460 South Redwood Road.
Remember, Bird Dog is our current champion, and Jason Allgaier, you step in here against him, you say, hey, that's the guy I'd like to fight. Tell me, man, what was going through your head? Why did you decide to take this fight, and what was going through your head when he got that mount and was punching on you?
Well, it's kind of a challenge to me. But a lot of guys haven't been stepping up, and they've been fighting the same people, so I decided I needed to come and fight and have someone else fight him.
Well, hey, right there, that just shows you, anybody at any time, anything can happen. You got in here, you got a pretty good takedown against James Bursley. I don't think he was expecting that. So right there, that might be a little victory. You know what I mean? Right there, you got a little takedown.
Yeah, and I'd like to tell the people out there, thought I'd get knocked out. Just didn't happen.
Well, there you go right there. Hey, Jason, that's what it takes sometimes. You get in here and it can go either way. Tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Thanks for being a part of the experience.
Thanks. I'd like to thank all my friends and family, and I'll be back.
To see an unedited version of the Ultimate Combat experience, watch us live.
Go to Channels Online via ultimatecombat.com webpage.
This clears up a lot of controversy because it took you 6 times as long as it took Johnny Ritchie to beat that kid. Johnny made me say that, man. Bird Dog, you didn't want to choke him, clearly.
I made my shots count. Johnny's got those fast flurry that even if they hit the arms, it makes it look like he hits him. I make mine count.
You can ask his girlfriend. He's good. He's good for 30 seconds and no more. That's it. He does real hard. That's it. You, on the other hand, make it count, brother.
Hey, that's a backroom story we don't need to hear about.
I hear you, brother. Hey, Bird Dog, you're just growing. I was sitting over there talking as you're fighting, and you were so patient and just picked your shots. You didn't want to choke him. You just want to beat him. What was going on?
Yeah, I just want to beat him, you know, make him. I don't know what someone like that would be calling me out for. I mean, I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am what I am, and he is.
Yeah, right. Bird Dog, thank you so much. Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for everybody coming out to UVSC. Hopefully we'll see you up in Salt Lake City. You know, I'll put on a real big, good fight for you out there. This was just easy money.
Bird Dog making reference to his appearance in the finals at the East Center in 2 weeks. Johnny Ritchie, that's coming up. It's going to be a great show. I got to tell you, you know, I got to take my hat off to a kid, Jason Allgaier, who just a few weeks ago fought you.
Yeah.
Fights Bursley. The kid, man, he, again, we said this enough times, he embodies what this show is all about.
Hey, Mike, without guys like that, we wouldn't have a show, and I tell you, he's only going to get better. He keeps fighting the tough guys. It's going to get your butt to the gym. It's going to motivate you to do the right things. Jason Allgaier, don't drag your head, my friend. You get back to the gym and you start back over and you get back in the gym.
And he took Bird Dog down forcefully. It did, I mean, came out, there's small victories. I don't know, however you look at it. I'm impressed with him. We got him in the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. Is your job good but just not good enough? Are you looking for the ultimate career experience? Global Marketing Alliance is offering a career for motivated individuals to make a six-figure income in a fast-paced environment. Get paid what you're worth. GMA rewards its employees for their hard work with incentives and bonuses unrivaled in the industry. Be a part of the GMA experience. Call today, 486-4221. That's 486-4221. Boxers, kickboxers, martial artists, fighters of all skill levels, answer the bell for the most exciting show in town. Knuckle up in the Ultimate Combat experience. Amateur, pro-am, and professional level fighters fight in their own divisions. See what you're made of and earn a little while you're at it. Do you have what it takes? Find out in the Ultimate Combat experience. For more information, give us a call at 967-5295. That's 967-5295. Or just log on to ultimatecombat.com. Be a part of the experience. In your heavyweight division, your main event features a couple of guys who have never fought before. And this rarely, if ever, happens in the Ultimate Combat, that we have a couple guys that never fought before fighting your main event. But these guys, Johnny, Tad Laga, does anybody know this guy? This is why he's in the main event. Wrestled at BYU. Trains with a lot of top-notch fighters, trainers in town. He's with Pedro Sauer and the group. Who's he fighting, Johnny?
Hey, he's fighting Danny Tanner out of Las Vegas. This guy's had the opportunity to train with Dennis the Davis Piranha. And Dennis, like I said before in the opening, this kid is a beast. He's a maniac. For only having 6 months training, you would never know by looking the way this guy fights.
Well, you know, and Tad Laga says, you know, I mean, you put me in the main event. I've never fought before. What do you setting me up for something? I said, no, you got two tough guys getting in here. Folks, strap yourselves in because your main event features two tough guys. Heavyweight, no holds barred. Check it out. This Tad Laga guy, Johnny Ritchie, for those of you at home that don't know, we track who sells how many tickets in this show, and pretty much 90% of this stadium is filled with Tad Laga fans. Well over 350 fans he brought tonight.
Well, Mike, he brings fans to the grappling tournament, too. I've seen this kid in our grappling tournaments. He does a very good job. In fact, he took his weight class division. I mean, the kid is skilled. He's technical, and he's tough.
Well, clearly he's a nice guy, too. 350 people want to either come see you get beat or win a fight.
You know, it's exactly that. I watched GC for a while, and everyone always wants to say, hey, I could do that. I could beat up so-and-so. And I thought, you know, I'm going to get up off my butt and see if I can go do that. I'm a loan officer working in Utah. I have a great training team. My brother is the Energizer Bunny, man. He's a good workout partner. He never gets tired, so he makes me work harder and harder to not get so tired. I've got Dan Green, who's a great kickboxing Muay Thai coach, and just been working with him and my brother. And guys over at LA Boxing have been doing a great job helping me get ready for this. You know, I'm just going to get out there and do what I can, do my best. You know, I think I just have a little bit of age and maturity. That's it.
Tad Laga has no aspirations of making a career out of this whatsoever. Said he wants to come in and prove to himself that he can do what he's been watching on television for so long now. On the other hand, Danny Tanner says, you know, I think I've got a career at this thing.
Yeah, he's already, you know, said that he's proven his skill, proven his worth, and according to Dennis Davis, he has. I mean, apparently this kid is just an all-around psycho and tougher than else.
Look at those eyes. He's got the Dr. Psycho look right there.
Usually I'm just kind of angry. I fight with my girl a lot, so it just makes me an angry person. So that's why I want to take it out on somebody else. I teach Pilates, and usually I train by running a lot and sitting in the sauna to cut weight. I think I'm going to win because, you know, when I was a little kid, my sister used to beat me up a lot, and it made me really tough. So I think I'm going to, you know, carry that over till tonight and be tough against this guy I'm fighting.
Guy's got issues with women, man.
I'm telling you.
His girlfriend fights with him. His sister fights with him.
I think he's sandbagging us a little, Mike. I think he's not giving us the full story about
Imagine if he ever gets married, he could really be a force.
He could be the champion.
Yeah, right here, both these guys want to come out and trade here. Tad Laga, whoa!
Oh, big shot, big shot.
Tad Laga's going to rethink that strategy. He's been doing some boxing with Dan Green and folks over there, but got caught with a left hand, a straight left, came right through, popped him on the chin, and dropped him right to his keister, Johnny.
Right to his back. Well, I think this is where, you know, seeing Tad in the submission tournaments, I think this is where Tad really can control the fight is from his back. I don't know that much about Danny Tanner, but I know that Tad from this position has thrown on some submissions before.
Well, unless you just got rocked and you're still kind of seeing three of your opponent, that makes it a little more difficult to try to work submission, especially when you're pressed up against the cage here. It adds a whole nother dynamic than what you'll see in a submission tournament. So Danny Tanner came out and really gets things going in his direction to start things off.
He did land on that. Right here, you see he's trying to, you know, stand back up and work to get out to the side and maybe from this position get full mount and then drop some punches down. I think this kid is not looking for a submission. I think he's looking for the knockout.
Absolutely not. He got outside mount and sat out there, but Tad Laga been in that position before, got his hips up and come around on top. Big reversal for him. Let's see if he can turn fortunes here. Johnny right there, full mount, big shot for him.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time right there, Mike. As soon as he saw the opening, he took it, and sometimes that's what it's about. You hesitate, you miss, and right there, he's in good position to rain down punches.
Boy, and he's isolating the head there and then just teeing off on him, landing some really big shots here, Johnny. Boy, this is going to be a tough position for Danny Tanner to even think of getting at him.
Yeah, it is right there, and he's doing a good job of using the fence. That was nice right there. Did a good job.
That was beautiful. Climbed up the fence with his feet and was able to get a reversal, Johnny. Back and forth action. Great stuff here in this main event of the evening. Tad Laga and Danny Tanner, what a great match. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, who would have thunk it? Who would have said this was you know, there's their first fight, the first time fighting in the UCE. We didn't know what to expect, but they're putting on a show. This is what a main event fight's all about. A little bit, it could go either way.
Wow, Tad Laga had the most dominant position he could ever imagine having. It was really raining down punches just a moment ago. How quickly fortunes can turn. Now he finds himself pressed up against the cage, although he does have his opponent in his guard, and he's doing a pretty good job of holding him in tight here, not letting him sit up and do the same thing that he just did a moment ago, and that is tee off big punches to the head.
Yeah, he's on his back. You can see that he's a thinker. He's thinking, what can I do now? What can I do with my feet? But I tell you what, you let this Danny Tanner set up for 1 second, and he is going to rain down punches, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Tanner doing a pretty good job of being patient and pushing off till he got just enough room to punch here. And right now he's letting Tad Laga burn himself out, burn his arms out just a little bit by squeezing and tight right there, working the body a little bit. Really very, very advanced thinking for both of these guys. For first-time fighters, yeah. I'm seeing a lot of maturity in their fight game.
Yeah, there's only a few seconds left on the clock, Mike, and this thing is going to go into the second round. So
it doesn't look like we're going to see any stoppage here in the first round. Great first round, in my opinion. Johnny Ritchie, how did you score it?
You know, I think, gosh, I'm going to have to give it to Danny Tanner in that first round, I think.
I agree.
You know?
The big punch knockdown at the beginning of the round was the difference because both of them had their time on top after that fact. But Danny Tanner, that right there, that was the punch that sent Tad Laga to his back and really, I think, set the tone for the first round. Although Tad Laga did have a bit of nice work there on top for just a moment, and Danny Tanner was able to get the reversal and really came out on top in that first round, Johnny. If this one goes 3, it's going to be a doozy.
It's going to be a doozy. You see Pedro right there working his corner.
Those game signs he was throwing there, what was that? He was saying goodbye to you in Hawaiian, in peace, whatever, man. That kid's a great guy, man. I've known him for a long, long time. Tad Laga coming out here. I'm not going to get caught with another one of those dingers.
That was a smart move. Your kid's a college-level wrestler. That's probably the best thing you can do. Hey, let's just take this kid to the ground and not risk it.
But let's not risk leaving our head and arm behind either. It looks right here that Danny Tanner maybe expected that. He thought he was going to get taken out. Immediately goes into a triangle choke situation, and now Tad Laga is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he is in a lot of trouble. You know, one thing that he is doing that's nice is he's trying to get out, maybe a little bit out to the side, and not give him so much of an opportunity to put the pressure on.
Well, he's doing a good job of defending here, but Danny Tanner's just looking to cinch that thing up, and he's slowly but surely doing it right there, Johnny. The foot is in the crook, and you can see those punches are starting to get a little bit weaker by Tad Laga. He's starting to get the blood supply to his head cut off just a little bit.
Oh, right there.
Pops his head out. Johnny, that was so close to being over, I thought, and just was able to get out to the side here. That's got to be very disheartening for Danny Tanner.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he had that thing on there, and Tad just was persistent, steps out, and now, once again, doesn't waste time. Just
stepping over.
Right into full mount.
Step over full mount. He's going to sit up and land those bombs again. Danny Tanner sees that coming. He's just kind of trying to cover up and reach up and pull his opponent down in tight to keep that space narrow.
The only bad thing about this, Mike, is his back is to the cage, and there's a minute and a half left. You know, I don't think you can squeeze for a minute and a half. I don't think you'll be able to hold your opponent to your body a minute and a half. And right there,
Johnny,
there it is.
It's not looking very good here for Danny Tanner. He was so close having a victory. Right there, your referee, Dave Selye, said is going to step in and put a stop to this thing. Danny Tanner's pretty happy about it, as is this UBSC crowd. You can see they're going nuts for this kid.
Yeah, Mike, they really like this kid, and I really like this guy. You know, got a chance to meet him. I think he's a good kid and a good representative of the sport of mixed martial arts.
Look at his brother. His brother's pretty excited about that too, Johnny Ritchie. This place, I haven't seen a place erupt like this in a long, long time, and this place is going nuts for Tad Laga. That was a hard-fought victory and a very much deserved congratulations from his friends and family.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he was losing that fight. He was losing that fight until he got the full mount, and I think in his mind he's thinking, I better get this thing over. No more dilly-dallying. Can't waste any more time. I want to have to try to get this thing over before my opponent gets that second win.
It's probably a good thing for us that he ended up winning that fight. His brother's pretty amped up there. Imagine the emotion that would have been flowing from him if he had lost. Right here, this is where he darn near lost. He had that triangle choke nearly locked on, and boy, then Tad Laga was able to suck it up and get out on top and land those big bungs. Huge win for him.
Yeah, the Titan, man. Congratulations. I know you said that you think this was going to be your first and last time, but I sure hope it is, and I hope we get a chance to see the Titan back inside the cage.
We got to see more of the Titan. That was a great way to finish up a great night at UBSC, though.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Global Marketing Alliance.
They need motivated sales associates looking to make a six-figure income.
Call 486-4221.
Well, you guys banged it out, man, and then he got that full mount position. Are you glad that the referee stopped it when he did? No? Hey, I'm not going to argue with this guy, man. You're a monster. Dennis told me that you were tough. You stepped in here and you fought a tough kid, and for first-time fighters, we never would have thought that. What's up next for you, Danny Tanner? You're not sure? You're a hell of an interview. Are you okay? You're doing a great job. No, man, but you're tough, and that's all that matters. We'll try to get you some more fights. Tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Thanks.
You're pretty cool.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Got Your Back Realty.
Give Gary McDonald a call at 809-GARY or check him out online at www.IGotYourBackRealty.com.
Dad, the best fight of the night is the athletic commissioner trying to keep all your friends out of the cage over there, man. I want to come up and give you some love. How does it feel?
Hey, man, this feels great. I've got 2 great little boys at home. Just wanted to show them what you can be a good dad and come in and beat the heck out of someone every once in a while, too. You saw that good-looking lady?